So the Game Awards are happening on December 6th, and while it will be a time to commemorate 2018's best games, a lot of awards will be given out to some of 2018's best titles. However, it will also be a day where we will see a bunch of new game announcements. Producer of the show, Jeff Keighley, has actually said that there will be north of 10 new game announcements on top of updates on existing titles. Obviously, there have been a lot of rumors circulating, and in this video, I want to go over every huge PlayStation 4 game that's been rumored for the Game Awards. We've got 6 games to go over, and I also want to give you guys my input and the likelihood I foresee these games being announced, but there's a lot of solid evidence for a lot of these titles. Not only have evidence for you guys with 6 titles, remember Jeff Keighley said north of 10 new game announcements. Obviously, maybe not all of those games will be coming to the PS4, maybe we'll get an exclusive here or there for a different platform, but chances are a majority of those titles will be coming to the PS4. And also at the end of this video, I want to go over some of the hopes and inclinations I have for the updates on existing titles, so we'll take a quick look at those at the end of the video. First up, a title that's already pretty much been confirmed, and this was coming straight out of Jeff Keighley. Over on his Twitter account, he indicated that Square Enix's new Avengers title was probably gonna be there. Here's exactly what he said on Twitter. Quote, "We are excited to welcome Joe and Anthony Russo, directors of Avengers, to the Game Awards next week. Don't miss the stream live everywhere around the world on Thursday night. Hashtag worlds will change." Now, we had known for quite a while that Square Enix was working on an Avengers project, a AAA project, but we really had no idea what was gonna consist of this game. Was it going to be a single player experience, a big budget title, or was it going to be a more open multiplayer title with some longevity attached to it? Now with the Russo brothers coming over to the Game Awards, Jeff Keighley saying it outright, I think we're finally going to hear some concrete information about Square Enix's The Avengers title, and with The Avengers being hotter than ever as an IP, now is the time to announce this Avengers game. And who knows if this is going to be a PlayStation 4 game. This is a title I could see being a PlayStation 5 title. It's a game that I could see being a cross-gen title, but to hear some information about Square Enix's The Avengers, that'll be great. Another title that's been rumored, and it's pretty much been leaked at this point, it's just unknown on whether or not it's going to be announced at the Game Awards, but that is Mortal Kombat 11. Now, this goes back a couple of weeks when a Spanish voice actor actually let the cat out of the bag. He went on a Twitter rant. It was coming from Lalo Garza, who had previously voice acted for the Spanish version of Mortal Kombat, but he mentioned how he wasn't going to be a part of Mortal Kombat 11 in this little bit of a Twitter rant, but obviously him saying Mortal Kombat 11 kind of lets the cat out of the bag that Mortal Kombat 11 is in the works. I think we all knew that MK11 was in the works. However, we also got more information through a 4chan leak. Now, 4chan leaks always should be taken with a grain of salt, but a lot of the times they are on the money. And the 4chan leak did indicate an announcement at the Video Game Awards, but it also indicated a lot of other gameplay elements, such as the story mode. I won't go over all of that in this video. We did talk about it in a recent video, but Mortal Kombat 11, another title that's being heavily rumored for the Game Awards. Another game that's being rumored for the Game Awards, and this is a pretty major title, that is a new Alien title, an Alien Blackout. Now, the biggest indicator that Alien Blackout is in the works is that 20th Century Fox actually filed a brand new trademark for the game, but it continues past beyond that. Of all people, Hideo Kojima, who has always been a big part of the Game Awards, put out a tweet back on November 20th saying visited 20th Century Fox, and he posted an image of him pointing to an alien sign as well as posing with an alien egg, and then the Game Awards Twitter account responded saying world will change. I think that's a pretty big indicator that a new Alien title will be announced, and Alien Isolation was such a great title that Alien Blackout definitely has a lot of potential, and I'm excited to see that at the Game Awards. I put this in the very likely category that we do see this title as one of those new 10 games announced at the Game Awards, because all of the evidence does seem to line up. And speaking of 20th Century Fox and trademarking, I would say that this one's a little bit less likely. However, they also trademarked Avatar Pandora Rising. Avatar Pandora Rising was trademarked on November 30th, and we had known for quite a while that Ubisoft was working with Fox to develop a new AAA Avatar video game, and that's very, very exciting because Avatar as an IP has a lot of potential, and I think it can make a very smooth transition into the video game realm. We did see a movie tie-in game, and as far as movie tie-in games go, they're usually pretty bad. Avatar wasn't horrible, but obviously there's a lot more that could be done with the IP, and with Ubisoft being at the helm, with it being created as a video game from the get-go and not just a tie-in to a movie, that has a lot of potential. Whether or not we'll see this announcement at the Game Awards, I would put this at the 50 to 60% range, but something I'm definitely interested to hear hear more about, and hopefully we do see it at the Video Game Awards. Next up, another game that gamers have been waiting so long to hear more about, and that is the latest title in Gearbox's major franchise in Borderlands, Borderlands 3. We know that they're working on this game, but everybody wants to see Borderlands 3, and why this is so interesting is because Randy Pitchford put out a series of tweets that indicate that we'll be hearing about Borderlands 3 very, very soon. I'll go over all of the tweets right now. Quote, "My to-do list today has just 3 things on it, but I also have 3 meetings scheduled before 3 p.m. Is the universe telling me something? Fun fact, today is day number 334, number of days that have elapsed in the year. Yesterday was 333. It's really interesting how human minds take so much meaning in arbitrary numbering systems and coincidence. People will lose their minds when the calendar flips to year 3000. And then he signed off saying, feels like E3 all over again. Now, E3 being a major event, the Video Game Awards being a major event, kind of ties into the fact of why Randy Pitchford is feeling like it's E3 all over again. Borderlands 3 would be a gigantic announcement, and with him constantly speaking on the number 3, Borderlands 3, that would be an absolutely huge announcement for the Video Game Awards, and I put this in the pretty likely category that we see Borderlands 3 at the Video Game Awards, and that would be massive to just see Borderlands again. It's been north of 6 years since Borderlands 2. I know we got Borderlands the pre-sequel, but I don't really count that as a new Borderlands game. It's time we got Borderlands built ground up for the current gen, and I know we got Borderlands the Handsome Collection. I know Borderlands 2 VR is coming out, but we want Borderlands 3. Let's hope we finally see it at the Video Game Awards. And the last game that is being rumored for the Video Game Awards, we know that BioWare is gonna make their presence felt at the Video Game Awards, but all we know is that they're showing off a new trailer for Anthem. However, it could be possible that they'll show off a new Dragon Age title as well. Specifically, the rumors started to circulate over at a BioWare blog post, and specifically one portion of the post says this, quote, "If you've been following these blogs or myself and Mark Dara on Twitter, you know we're also working on some secret Dragon Age stuff. Dragon Age is an incredibly important franchise in our studio, and we're excited to continue its legacy. Look for more on this in the coming month, though I won't tell you where to look." Now, this was a blog post back in November, so the coming month does indicate December, and with the fact that BioWare is already going to be at the Video Game Awards, they're showing off Anthem, which is a game that has a little bit of a mixed reception. I think it's starting to get a little bit more positive, but I think if you really want BioWare to be in the good graces of the gamer, not only do you show off a new trailer for Anthem, you make an announcement of a new Dragon Age title, and because they're saying that there's gonna be more information in the coming month, what bigger platform is there than to announce the game at the Video Game Awards? This is gonna be a big event. I won't say as big as E3, but honestly a second place, and I think it would be much more impactful to announce a new Dragon Age project at the Video Game Awards rather than say a random YouTube video or a random post here or there. You actually have this platform where a lot of gamers are going to be watching. That would be the best time to announce a new Dragon Age title. I don't know how likely it is. We should hear about a new Dragon Age game in December. That was stated right in the blog post, so I really can't foresee any other better scenario to announce a new Dragon Age game than the Video Game Awards, but we shall see. Another title that I would put in the pretty likely category, to be honest, with BioWare already being them. And if you do read the blog post, it does specifically say, though I won't tell you where to look. So he's indicating that this will be at a specific place, and again, it leads me back to saying what bigger place than the Video Game Awards in the month of December. So those are 6 major PlayStation 4 titles being rumored for the Video Game Awards, but also, as I mentioned at the top, we're gonna get updates of existing titles and some of the games that we should see updates of. Of course, Anthem by BioWare is set to have a new trailer. That game is hitting closed alpha next weekend, but also I could very well see some more information about Death Stranding. Hideo Kojima and Jeff Keighley are on very, very good terms, and Hideo Kojima has always been a prominent focal point of the Video Game Awards, so Death Stranding making its presence felt at the VGAs. I don't think that would be all too shocking, and other titles from Sony would be great if we got a release date for Dreams, and I think that should be coming relatively soon. Ghost of Tsushima and The Last of Us Part 2, I wouldn't hold out too much hope to see those games have a release date, but those games should be coming in 2019, and to get release dates on that would be really, really great. And I think one thing that would be absolutely poetic is if we did get a new update trailer, a major update for No Man's Sky. If you go back to, I believe, 2013 or 2014, that's when No Man's Sky was initially announced at the Video Game Awards, and obviously it's had a colossally tumultuous road, but over the last year it's become a pretty great experience with constant updates, so why not go back to the place where it all started and make a new major announcement for No Man's Sky? That's just something I think would be really, really cool. We have no indications of that happening. I just like to write these little poetic stories, so I thought I would throw that out there for you guys. But that's gonna conclude this video. Again, with those 6 titles that I mentioned, there's a lot of evidence pointing to all of those games. Square Enix's The Avenger is pretty much much guaranteed to be there. Mortal Kombat 11 I think is pretty likely. Alien Blackout I think is also pretty much guaranteed to be there. Borderlands 3 is the one that I'm personally praying to be at the Video Game Awards. I've waited so long to hear that announcement. Dragon Age would be really cool. BioWare's gonna be there anyway. Avatar Pandora Rising is the one title I honestly don't expect to be there. But still, with the trademark recently being filed right ahead of the Video Game Awards, that might be seen as well. So that's gonna conclude this video. We definitely want to hear from you guys, so sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.